Zvezda makes some great plastic kits compatible with Flames of War, but they can be a bit closed-mouthed about their upcoming releases. In this episode, I just want to have a quick look at the upcoming 1/100 scale kits I know about that Zvezda plan to release. There are some exciting prospects here. The Hannon's website lists new releases of a Jadgpanther, Panther, IS-2 Stalin, King-Tiger with Henschel turret, Sturmtiger, Jadgtiger and the ISU-152 self-propelled gun. Interestingly, the T-3485 that's just about to be released isn't on this list. Zvezda's 1/100 kit range initially concentrated on early war, so the release of these late war kits will be welcomed, and there are some monster vehicles in the offing, particularly for German players. Some of these kits, like the ISU-152, King-Tiger, Jadgtiger and Sturmtiger, will be the only plastic kits of these vehicles available. Others, like the IS-2, Panther and Jadgpanther, will be competing against existing plastic kits from manufacturers like the Plastic Soldier Company and Battlefront. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of many of these planned releases, but let's look at the ones I have found images for. These pictures all come from the Zvezda website and Facebook page. An imminent release is the Panzer Mark V Panther. The box art here shows a Panther A, and this is what the box says the kit represents. However, if you have a look at the actual kit, this is obviously a Panther Model D, the initial production version. It has the letterbox MG slit on the glasses plate and the early dustbin cupola. Interestingly, this turret has the very early shell ejection port moulded on. This feature was deleted during the Model D production run and is missing on other plastic Panther kits. So this is a nice simple Panther kit, but it's definitely an early production Panther D, not a Panther A. Also due for imminent release is the IS-2. The angled front hull looks like the later IS-2M version rather than the early IS-2, which retained the less ballistic cast front hull shape from the KV series. But I'm not a Soviet tank expert, so I could be mistaken. This kit looks like an IS-2, but it also looks a bit bare, but some paint, markings and a bit of stowage would probably sort this out. There are some tools moulded on and some spare fuel tanks, spare track on the front and some grab rails around the turret. This kit will be competing against the Plastic Soldier Company IS-2 kit, which allows both early and later hull versions to be built. When the Zvezda IS-2 are released, I'll try and post a comparison between them. The next kit is the T-3485. This may already be released by the time this video is uploaded. Again, this looks a bit light on for detail with some long sections of featureless plastic in places. The turret on this kit is a 1945 production type with a flattened area on the side of the turret and a bulge for the electric traverse mechanism and another one near the cupola. It also features double dome ventilators at the rear of the turret deck. This kit's hull includes the later angled fenders, so this kit is suitable for post-war theatres like Korea and Arab-Israeli conflicts, as well as late World War II. While an ISU-152 is amongst the upcoming kits, the earlier SU-152 has recently been released. This is a heavy assault gun based on the chassis of the KV-1S tank and is armed with a 152mm ML-20S howitzer. Although this vehicle was an assault gun, it was pressed into service as a tank destroyer and was nicknamed Zveroboy, or Beast Slayer, for its ability to deal with elephants, tigers and panthers. I have an SU-152 kit and I'll do a build preview of it soon. Another recent entry into the T-34 family from Zvezda is the T-3476 Model 1943. The Model 1943 was produced from May 1942 until 1944. This model features a hexagonal turret with a bulged mount for the 76mm gun. This is the early version without the commander's cupola. According to Wikipedia, German troops called this vehicle Mickey Mouse for the shape made when both circular turret hatches were open. T-34 Model 1943s have different turret castings from different factories, and this one appears to be the hard edge type. This is an incredibly simple kit with only 8 parts. I also have one of these, so a build review should be along soon. The Su-100 is a Russian tank destroyer armed with a D-10S anti-tank gun. The Su-100's chassis is based on the T-34, and the heavier armament was meant to give this tank destroyer greater long-range punch to defeat heavy tanks. The detail on this kit is good, with plenty of bolts and other surface detail. Track detail is a bit simple, just featureless bars. There are some spare track links moulded onto the hull. Zvezda's latest KV-1 is the model 1941, armed with the 76mm F-32 gun. This is a later variant than their previous KV-1, which was armed with the earlier L11 76mm gun. This kit looks fine, although the gun barrel looks a bit thin. The surface looks a bit flat, and again, the track detail is simplified. The photos don't seem to show a bow machine gun either. You might need to drill a hole and add one yourself. So this is nice, but maybe not great. A good heavy tank addition to early and mid-war lists. Last on the list is the German heavy tank destroyer Ferdinand. I did a full build review of this great little kit, so check that out if you want a more detailed look. This is the only Ferdinand in plastic, and the detail is good, so I think this one will prove to be very popular. So that's my roundup of upcoming Zvezda vehicles in 1/100 scale. I'm very fond of the Zvezda plastic range, and I'm really looking forward to the King Tiger and Jadgtiger kits. Keep an eye out for these in the coming months.